My name is Will Moore, and I'm an internal medicine physician in Springfield, Missouri. And I'm here to talk to you about a passion of mine, which is Rainbow Network. Rainbow Network is a Christian organization founded in 1995, and this year is celebrating 25 years of working with the people of Nicaragua. Nicaragua is located in Central America and is one of the poorest countries in the region. Rainbow's mission statement is to share the love of Jesus Christ by partnering with Nicaragua's poorest people. Our footprint is quite wide as we now serve over 59,000 people in 9 networks or regions of the country, which have a total of 166 communities across rural Nicaragua. Rainbow was started by Keith Jaspers, whose nonprofit experience began with Habitat for Humanity. Upon leaving Habitat, he expanded his vision to include an approach to help people up out of poverty instead of a hand out, and chose Nicaragua to start his dream. Our current leader is Megan Herrera, who began with Rainbow as a volunteer and worked her way up to our development director under Keith until his retirement in 2018. She has a special passion for the people of Nicaragua and met her husband in Nicaragua. Our leader in Nicaragua is Nelson Palacios, who started as a teacher for Rainbow and worked his way up as a staff person to his current position. I myself have been a part of Rainbow since 2002, so it's amazing, 18 years. And I've had the opportunity to lead medical groups to Nicaragua each of those years. I've also been on the board of Rainbow Network for the last 10 years. I am convinced that this organization models the best way to fight third world poverty through a holistic approach that emphasizes relationships with the people and empowers them to overcome their impoverished circumstances. It provides support for the poor through 5 separate arms: housing, microloan program, education, feeding centers, and my favorite, which is healthcare. If you travel to Nicaragua and venture into the countryside, the destitution of families becomes evident. Housing is one of the greatest needs as people live in tin and plastic shacks that are no match for the elements. Can you imagine what a hurricane-force wind or monsoon rain would do to these shelters? Rainbow works with these communities to build strong, sturdy cinder block houses that stand up to the wind, the rain, and even earthquakes. In 25 years, we have now built over 1,200 houses across Nicaragua. The homeowners help to build the homes and then pay back the cost of the house over a 20 to 30-year loan period. The microloan program also allows community members to start small businesses with loans that range from $100 to $150. That program is now self-funded. There have been over 75,000 individual loans distributed to start small markets, chicken farms, hammock businesses, and even large gardens. In 25 years, we have served over 60 million meals to elementary-age children in our feeding centers. These meals are prepared by the moms in the village during the school day. As a doctor, when I first came to Nicaragua in 2002, I saw widespread malnutrition in our communities. Now it is extremely rare that I see an underfed child, thanks to our feeding program. The healthcare program of Rainbow is supported by 10 Nicaraguan doctors and 1 dentist that are hired to provide primary care in these remote villages. Over 25 years, these doctors have provided over 400,000 consultations to people who otherwise would have no access to healthcare. My goal over the years, with the help of my friend from Hazard, Kentucky, Dr. Darian Ratliff, has been to provide these Rainbow doctors with the necessary tools to take the best care of the patients they serve. The clinics are held in a community center or in someone's home in the community. A community will have access to Rainbow Doctor every 2 weeks to continue care for both acute and chronic problems. We have an expanded medicine formulary that treats a wide variety of health issues. And we also have fingerstick blood tests and an ultrasound machine that help diagnose different medical problems. Rainbow has initiated public health programs in the communities that have led to clean food and water and a drastic decrease in the diagnosis of parasitic infections in our clinics over the last 25 years. We also have a special needs program that provides life-saving surgeries for patients as well as necessary medications that are not provided by our basic formulary. All of these special needs patients are funded through private donors in the United States. Rainbow also provides a scholarship program for high school students to continue their education, which is the ultimate way to stop the cycle of poverty. $30 a month provides transportation, books, supplies, uniforms, and tuition for the 5 years of high school. These high school students then tutor elementary age children as a way to give back to the community. In 25 years, we have graduated over 2,400 high school students through our scholarship program. So, why do I keep going back? It's because of the people I've met and their inspirational stories. It's stories like Fernando. Fernando's a child with osteogenesis imperfecta. That's a disease that causes your bones to be as fragile as eggshells. This results in multiple fractures from simple activities like stepping down off of a ledge or pushing away from a table. We discovered Fernando in one of our Rainbow clinics about 8 years ago. We provided a mattress for his bed and a wheelchair for mobility. Every time we pull up to his house, we can hear him shouting out, "The gringos are coming! The gringos are coming!" There's stories like Eddie. Eddie is a young man with cerebral palsy who was discovered after our group heard tunes of "When the Saints Go Marching In" coming from a small shack. When we investigated, we found Eddie playing these tunes on a toy piano with disfigured hands. We vowed to bring back an electric piano on the next trip, and now every year, Eddie performs a concert when we return to Nicaragua. There's stories like Joyner. Joyner was carried into our clinic in a plastic chair. He was unable to walk due to a congenital condition called club feet. This is usually repaired before a baby reaches 6 months old in the United States. Joyner was 8 years old. We found a donor for Joyner, and he went through several surgeries and casting of his legs and intense physical therapy. And finally, he showed us he could walk. Look at this video. That is why I go to Nicaragua. I have seen the lame walk, the blind see, and the deaf hear through the work of Rainbow, giving glory to God for his abilities to work through us. Won't you join us? Support the Rainbow. It provides help and hope to the least of these and fulfills what Jesus commands us to do in this world. Your help emboldens us to do more and expand our ministry to other villages throughout rural Nicaragua. Thank you for your support.